Saturn, the taskmaster, the planet of work hard and you shall reap the rewards, has gone retrograde in Pisces. What does this mean for you, my friend, and how can you best navigate this energy with the most ease and grace? This and more I will be sharing with you in this video. And as always, I will be doing readings for all 12 signs, letting you know in which house this transit of Saturn retrograde in Pisces is happening for you. So be sure and listen to your rising sign for that. And also your sun and moon signs may give you further intuitive messages. I'll also be letting you know who will be most affected by this 2023 Saturn retrograde and Pisces transit. Saturn went into Pisces March 8th of this year, and it stationed retrograde on June 18th. This retrograde period will go from June 18th until November 4th before Saturn turns direct again. So before I get further into Saturn retrograde and Pisces, I want to say hello and welcome. If you're new to me, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I absolutely love connecting with you. Hello and welcome back to my friends who've been watching my videos for some time. And hello and welcome to my beautiful Sunday chat friends. Every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time, we meet here when my videos go live, so you are warmly welcome to join us. I am Betsy. I'm a psychic astrologer as well as an intuitive life coach and the author of The Magic of Saying Yes, Answering Your Heart's True Calling. It is my joy, my dedication, my passion to empower you, my friend, through the astrology. In my videos, as well as my professional astrology consultations, I weave together spiritual principles as well as divine downloads, intuitive insights, and Western tropical astrology. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you more about my astrology consultations as well as my coaching so you can get a sense of whether you feel called to work with me. And I have a free gift for you. I will tell you all about the free gift and how to get it at the end of the video, so be sure and stay tuned for that. And I want to say a big warm thank you for helping me to get to 5,000 subscribers. I love that we're building a like-minded community. This is a soul tribe. So I invite you to join us if you haven't already. It's free to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you're reminded when I upload my next video. Saturn stays in each sign for about 2.5 to 3 years. However, the bigger cycle of Saturn is 29 years, meaning Saturn has not been in Pisces for 29 years. It was last here between 1993 and 1996, so you may want to look back to that period of time in your life, 1993 to 1996, and think about what happened for you at that time. When Saturn aspects a personal planet or point, it can bring about a life-changing experience. And I have a separate video for you on Saturn and Pisces with readings for all 12 signs where I do a deeper dive, especially into the shift from Saturn and Aquarius, what that energy was like compared to the Saturn and Pisces energy, and how this is all going to affect us collectively. And in that video, I shared that when Saturn conjuncted my midheaven, which rules career, I left the practice of law. So that was a huge life-changing experience for me. So my friend, if you are one of the ones who are most affected by Saturn traveling through the early degrees of Pisces between March 8th of this year and February of 2024, you could experience a major life turning point. In this video, I'm going to focus most on the retrograde and how we can best move through the retrograde energy and use this to our advantage. Now, who will be most affected by Saturn retrograde in Pisces? Those of you who have planets or points between 0 and 7 degrees of Pisces or the other mutable signs of Gemini, Sagittarius, or Virgo. You will feel this transit more personally, more intensely. And when I get to the 12 sign readings, I will share with you which aspect Saturn and Pisces is making depending on your mutable sign. This said, all of us have Pisces somewhere in our natal astrology charts. We all have Piscean energy, so collectively we are all going to be feeling this Saturn and Pisces energy. Because Saturn has been in Pisces since March 8th, during this retrograde, we are going to be going back over those degrees that Saturn traveled, reviewing, reassessing, reflecting, rethinking any situation or thing that we worked through during that March to June period. How is Saturn retrograde different from Saturn direct? When Saturn goes retrograde, which it did on June 18th, it began to retrace its steps over that 7 to 0 degree period. Right now, as this video comes out, Saturn's at 7 degrees. It's just beginning the retrograde. So whatever happened for you between March and June, especially if Saturn was activating one of your personal planets or points, you will be looking back at that. You will be reviewing, reassessing, reflecting, perhaps trying to make a decision. And this is a redo energy. This is where we could be fixing something that was not fixed or resolved. You could have had a change in plans and you are now making a new plan. Saturn energy deals with our 3D earthly reality. It's the stuff that we have to get done. It's the stuff we have to take care of. It's oftentimes planning. It can be very mundane. It can be stuff you don't really want to do. It's like, oh, I've got to take care of business. The beauty of a retrograde is we get a second look at something. Saturn wants us to build a solid, sustainable foundation. Whatever we're working on in Saturn energy, which I'm going to talk with you about when I get to the 12-sign readings, wherever you have Pisces in your natal astrology chart, this is the area of life in which Saturn is helping you to shore up your foundation. If there's a crack in that foundation, this could be in a relationship, this could be in a work situation, this could be your health. Wherever it is, Saturn wants to see, is there any little hairline crack in the foundation? Let's clean that up. Let's fix that. Let's make you stronger. Saturn matures us, it strengthens us, and it helps us to feel more self-reliant. It also holds us accountable. It's about responsibility and duty and obligations, commitments. And so it's where we often have to set clear boundaries, set more boundaries, or other people are setting boundaries with us. And because of that, it can feel very uncomfortable. There's a reason that we call Saturn the taskmaster. It can feel like the stern father, like the critical father even. It can feel like, get off my back, Saturn. But speaking of the back, Saturn helps build our backbone. So fun fact, wherever you have Saturn in your natal astrology chart, your natal Saturn, this is where you are tasked to do the work. This is where you will do your hardest work. I have Saturn in my 7th house of partnerships. Often they say when you have Saturn in your 7th house of partnerships, you can have long periods of not having a partner. Why is that? Because Saturn wants to teach us self-reliance. Saturn wants to show us that we can do that area of our life on our own, grow from that, and come out stronger. And that's an eye roll for a lot of us. I know it's like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Do I have to be single for 15 years to get stronger? I really think I'm already strong enough. But remember, Saturn is about our soul growth. It's our soul growth. And I think it's really interesting that we are in this Saturn and Pisces transit, which is the last sign of the zodiac. It rules endings. It's the last cycle of Saturn before Saturn goes to Aries, which is new beginnings. It's a whole new 29-year cycle for all of us. We're in the very last cycle, which means we are ending a soul cycle. And what's interesting and synchronistic is that the full moon in Capricorn, which is coming up early July, also has the same theme of completing a soul cycle. And we will soon have Uranus go retrograde and Neptune go retrograde. So whenever you have many of the outer planets go retrograde, it means we are going through this ending of a cycle period. So it's important right now that we zoom out and see the larger perspective, that in the big picture, we are going through a time of completions, fruitions, endings, graduations. This is a clearing out period. Retrogrades are when we clean up, we clear out, we release patterns. And I know some of you are going, are you kidding me? I've already been working so hard. I can't do any more hard work. And with Saturn and Pisces, you may feel exhausted. In Pisces energy, we can feel especially tired. We can feel more exhausted. We want a break. We want a vacation. So even if you have planets or points in the mutable signs and you are feeling especially taxed by Saturn right now and like, I can't take a break. I'm working really hard. I have so much on my plate. Even if you're in that situation, take small breaks. Maybe take a 10-minute snooze break. I do that a lot in my day, my work day. I'll do like just 10 minutes of closing my eyes. Even 5 minutes of just closing your eyes allows the mind to rest. So in Pisces energy, Saturn in Pisces, which is a deep emotional water sign, the soul growth for us is often where we're releasing self-sabotaging patterns, procrastination, perfectionism, not staying true to our commitments to ourselves or to others. Pisces is also often associated with escape and too much fantasy, not being here with your feet on the ground. So it could also be any pattern that you use to escape reality. Perhaps what's most important to know about Saturn in Pisces is that because it rules endings, it is that last sign of the zodiac. It's the 12th house, the unseen realms, the ethereal world. Because of that, it often dissolves something, removes something, has you let go of something, like I let go of the practice of law last time Saturn was in Pisces. Now, it's not always the case. Sometimes we are building something during Saturn and Pisces. We are imagining something. We're visioning something. It's a visionary energy. It's super creative. It's beautiful for any of the creative arts. And if it removes something from your life, if something ends for you, it's because it has had its time. It has expired. But we don't often know that until hindsight, right? Years later, maybe we look back, or a year or two later, we look back. But if something is removed from our lives without our initiating it, with someone else initiating it, it can feel especially difficult. It is making room for something new. It is opening up space, and that void will be filled. Whatever is being taken away, if something has been taken away, if something has been washed out into the ocean for you, my friend, that void is going to be filled. The universe abhors a vacuum, but I know when you're in that limbo period between letting go of something and waiting for something, it can be especially difficult, especially because Pisces energy, being deep water energy, it's connected to our emotions. So whatever happens for you can feel very emotional. And I'll give you a quick example. So for me in the spring, when Saturn was direct in Pisces, it went over the degree of my natal Pluto. Now my natal Pluto is in Virgo, and so Saturn in Pisces opposed my Pluto in Virgo in my third house of neighbors. In Puerto Vallarta, where I moved in December, I immediately made some wonderful soul sister friends, some great friendships with my neighbors, with women that lived in the same building as me. And they really helped me. They had been here before me, so they showed me where to buy things. We did these late evening shopping trips when I first got here, and they helped me stock my apartment. And we did really fun things together too. We went to the beach on Sundays. We did some day trips. So these were like very foundational, Saturn, very foundational to my putting down roots here in Puerto Vallarta. However, when Saturn connected with my Pluto in April, my friends told me they were moving. They were moving away. And it's interesting that this first one moved earlier, but the second one moved the day that Saturn went retrograde. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I just made these great friends. These friends made everything so much easier and so much more fun. And here I am in a foreign country and I hardly know anyone. And now the people that I have been doing things with, they were soul sisters. They were like sisters. It reminded me of moving into the dorms in some way. Even though we all have our own apartment, we're like up the stairs, down the stairs from each other. It was so perfect. We would be like, I'm going to the market to pick some stuff up. You want to go? Oh, I'm going out for a walk. You want to go get a coffee? It was spur of the moment. It was super fun, and it was great for my foundation when I first arrived. And I know since I have Saturn and Capricorn in my 7th house of partnerships, Spirit wants to align me with like best friend kind of people that aren't just spur of the moment, spontaneous, let's go do this, that's super fun. But I need solid, sustainable, long-lasting friendships. So I know that that will come. It's just not yet. It's just not right now. Most of you watching this video are highly empathic, super sensitive, soul-driven, and that's actually the beauty of Saturn and Pisces, is that it helps us connect to our soul's calling. It's a soul-connected sign. It's highly sensitive though, very sensitive. So you could feel even more sensitive. You could be very aware of your energy. You could be more tired than usual, and you could feel like boundaries. I'm supposed to set boundaries. Saturn and Pisces is boundary-less. It's the ocean motion. It doesn't want to be contained. Pisces energy wants freedom. If you know a Pisces, you know that a lot of times they want to keep their schedule open to see how they feel in the moment before they commit to something. So you could feel right now like you don't know where to go. You don't know what decision to make. It could feel very fuzzy and kind of everything's ephemeral. The shadow side of Pisces energy is escaping to not have to deal with real life. It is fantasy, like so much fantasy that we are not connected. Our feet aren't on the ground here. And it can be where we're not putting our ideas into form. We can go so much with the flow that we aren't building that solid, sustainable foundation that Saturn wants to help us with. So where Saturn in Pisces is especially supporting us is it's not going to let us get away with those self-sabotaging behaviors, with tuning out of life for too long. Also with Saturn and Pisces, sometimes we want to give up too soon. It feels too hard. We feel defeated. We feel like it's futile. That's a fine line, my friend, I know. But if you're still passionate about what you're doing, if your heart is really in it and it just hasn't come to full bloom yet, Saturn and Pisces will likely say, keep at it, don't give up. Wherever you have Pisces in your chart, you could get a reality check. You could have to take off those rose-colored glasses. You could have to pull back any projections that you have made on other people, where you put people on a pedestal, or where you have expected things of others and they haven't come through for you. You could have to look at what is the reality of this person, this job, this situation. What is really serving me? What is really feeding me? And what is it time to let go of? If you're one of the mutable signs, you could be feeling like there is no time for anything but work right now. There's no time for play or just being. Saturn activating one of your planets or points can make you feel like you are doing it all alone. And that is because Saturn wants us to mature. You could have a delay. You could feel defeated. You could just feel depressed because your life just feels like it's one color. And that's not Pisces energy. Pisces energy is multicolored. It's the psychedelic kaleidoscope. It's full of color. It's full of life. So for a short period of time, and this is where we have to zoom out, we want to zoom out and go, this is one small period of my life, relatively speaking, one small period of my life that I have to do laser focus on a specific area. It could be you're caring for a loved one, or you're working really hard, or you're attending to a home issue. In the big picture, there is a part of us that has finished a soul cycle. We finished a soul cycle, and whenever we do that, we shed a skin. And when we shed a skin, there's a grief process. Whether we're aware of it or not, we could be going through a grief process, at least under the surface. Now, those symptoms that I just shared will probably be mostly felt by the mutable signs. Some of you are going to be feeling more of a supportive, strengthening kind of solid building energy. Those of you who have planets or points in the water signs of Cancer and Scorpio, you're receiving a trine from Saturn. That means Saturn is helping you solidify something long lasting. Those of you who have planets or points in the earth signs of Capricorn or Taurus, you're getting a sextile from Saturn and Pisces to your earth sign planets. And that means a new opportunity or a creative solution, a problem solved. Saturn is squaring my Gemini sun. That for me is a lot of hard work. However, Saturn is also making a trine to my Cancer ascendant, my Cancer rising, which has increased my YouTube channel visibility. That's a growth aspect. That's a positive, helpful foundation building aspect for me. So I'm getting both, and many of you will have both as well. Now, here's something very hopeful that I want to share with all of you, and then we'll get to the 12 sign reading. So on June 18th, when Saturn went retrograde in Pisces, Jupiter made a sextile to Saturn. Jupiter is the planet of growth, expansion, good fortune. It made a positive, harmonious, solution-bringing, opportunity-creating sextile to Saturn. This is foundation building. This is very positive and harmonious. This was exact, the sextile at 7 degrees between June 18th and June 22nd. So that was a blessing, and it could have been a very small blessing, like something got fixed in your home, for example. However, Jupiter is going to come back and make another sextile to Saturn in February of 2024. And this is where I feel if you are having something taken away, if something's removed, if you are having an ending and that's creating a void for you, that void will very likely be filled again with something that is more of a match to your energy, more passionate, more soul directed, more soul igniting for you when Jupiter and Saturn sextile again in February of 2024. And because Pisces is co-ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, Neptune, the highest octave of love, Jupiter, a benefic protector, I want you to remember that we are especially protected during Saturn and Pisces, protected by the unseen realms, protected by our spiritual guides, by our guardian angels. So if you feel stuck or depressed or like, when is this over? Is this going to be forever? If you're feeling this, I highly encourage you to go to your spiritual source. And I have some guided meditations for you, a whole playlist that I will link in the description box below. And I also have a free instant download guided meditation that connects you to your spiritual guides, to that unconditional love that you can go to my website and get by signing up for my weekly astrology inspirational updates. Prayer is also a beautiful way to work with this energy. Show me, Spirit. Show me what's next for me. Show me what is mine to do. Give me my direction. Give me my marching orders. Take breaks in your imagination. Take fantasy breaks where you are imagining the next higher octave of life for yourself, your ideal vision. Pisces is known for visioning, daydreaming. Take little 5-minute breaks where you can just go into your fantasy world and feel what it's like to be in that luscious, heavenly energy. And anything you can do that is soothing for you, whether it's meditating or swimming or doodling, drawing, painting, watercolors especially, anything that is watery, being in the water, being near water, singing, dancing, any of those things, even if they're just 5 minutes of that activity, will really help you during the Saturn and Pisces transit. Okay, my friends, so let's do the 12 sign readings now. Watch your rising sign, which is the area of life in which this Saturn in Pisces and Saturn retrograding in Pisces transit is happening for you. You may also want to watch your sun sign and your moon sign for further intuitive messages. Okay, so let's start with Pisces. Hello, beautiful Pisces. Pisces, you're having this transit of Saturn in your first house. And Pisces, I want to say this is not an easy transit for most of us. Not an easy transit. Why? Because Saturn can feel heavy. It's holding you accountable. It's holding you to a structure. And Pisces, you like to be free. You like to move according to your own inner rhythm. So this transit of Saturn in your first house, for those of you who are Pisces risings, this is helping you build a solid identity, a sense of who you are. I am, you fill in the blank. This is personal and professional roles that you are playing in the world. So this can be your title at work or in your own business, but it can also be your title at home, your status, your family status, and it's also your vitality, how good you feel, your energy levels, and your appearance, your clothing, your look. Pisces, you are clearing any self-sabotaging behaviors, whether it's perfectionism, procrastination, any substance that you take in that's not healthy for you, any codependent patterns, anything that doesn't put you in your full power, your full sense of I am powerful. Whatever that is, you're releasing that. You're being supported to release that with this transit of Saturn here. Also, any subconscious story about who you are. This is the first house, the house of I am. Any subconscious story that is less than empowering, Saturn is supporting you to rewrite that story as well, Pisces. So I'm shuffling the cards, and let's pull a card for you, Pisces, to see what the cards have to say specifically for Saturn retrograde. And a card just turned over, Saturn retrograde. And the card is fellow travelers. Support is all around you. So this card is saying you have support from the ethereal realms, the rainbow. You have support from the birds, from the animals. You are supported, Pisces, even when you don't feel supported. I know as someone that has a stellium in the 12th house, which is 12th house is Pisces energy, I know that it's very easy to feel like I'm floating out in the middle of the ocean all by myself. Where are my people? I know it's easy to feel that way. But this card really, really wants you to know, and I think it's a nudge and encouragement also to tune into your higher source, to tune into your divine guides. It's a nudge to do that, so that you don't forget the truth of who you are as a spiritual being having a human experience, as a spirit of pure love, as a soul that is doing a lot of soul growth right now. You're doing a lot of soul growth with Saturn here in your first house on your ascendant for some of you. So don't forget, beautiful Pisces, that you are protected, you are guided, you are guarded, and that whatever is going on for you, whatever challenges you could be going through during this time, you are fully supported. Okay, Aquarius. Hello, beautiful Aquarians. Aquarians, you are having this transit of Saturn retrograde in Pisces in your second house. Second house is your earned income. It's your values. It's how you value yourself. It's whether or not you feel deserving. It's the self-love that we give ourselves. And it's also our possessions, the possessions that matter most to us, where we feel secure, solid, stable, based on the things that we have in the world. So Aquarius, during the Saturn in retrograde Pisces time, you could be pointed in the direction of self-love, self-esteem, inner child kind of work. You could be releasing something that's self-sabotaging to you, and you could be feeling like you need to change up in some way your income, the money that's coming into you, the money that is yours. It's nobody else's. You don't have to share it with anyone. You are earning it. You're receiving it. You're getting it in some way. And that's important because for you, during this transit at least, that is what's making you feel more solid, stable, and secure. So some of you could experience a delay in something that you wanted, like a promotion, a new job, something that's going to increase your income. You could experience a delay, or you could feel like very cloudy and fuzzy, like, yeah, I really do want more money, but I don't know if I want more responsibility right now. I'm actually kind of tired. I don't feel like taking on anymore. You could feel a little bit torn right now during the retrograde. It's a time to reflect, to reassess, to review, look at what happened between March and June, as I spoke about earlier in the video, and get clarity on what you want most going forward. So let's shuffle the cards for you now, beautiful Aquarius, and let's see what the cards have to say for you. Saturn retrograding in Pisces. Okay. And your card is in the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. I love it. I love it. Do you feel in the flow right now, Aquarius? If you don't feel in the flow, this card is saying get back in the flow. Often with Saturn retrograde in Pisces, we can resist what is. We can resist what is. The best way to move through a Saturn transit is to do the work, attend to the things that you're being asked to attend to, but don't resist what is leaving. Surrender to whatever is going on in your life that is out of your control. And as you can see, this is Santa in Santa's sleigh saying Santa's on his way to your home to bring you gifts, beautiful Aquarius. So you can know that with that sextile, that Jupiter sextile to Saturn that I spoke about in the introduction to this video, that is bringing you blessings. That's bringing you blessings. So do the work that Saturn is nudging you to do, and your sleigh will come in. Okay, Capricorns. Hello, beautiful Capricorns. Capricorn, you're having this transit of Saturn retrograde in Pisces in your third house. Your third house is your neighbors. It's your neighborhood. It is aunts, uncles, cousins. It is your immediate environment. It is communication. It's networking locally. It's anything that you do in your local environment, where you shop, where you work out, where you do your errands, where you exercise. It's all of those things. It's really our local community and peeps and our communication with them, our back and forth with them, our resources, where we take advantage of local resources in order to move us forward and enjoy ourselves. It's also our mindset, our thinking, our devices, and our transportation. So it's a lot of things I know. One of the really cool things is that Saturn in Pisces is making a sextile to your energy, Capricorn. Sextiles are new opportunities and creative solutions, problems solved. So you guys are one of the lucky ones who are going to be receiving positive, energizing flow. You're going to be in the flow with the Saturn energy, which means that it is helping you to strengthen something in your life, something foundational for you. It is strengthening where you are locally. Some of you may decide, because Saturn's here and Saturn's saying, okay, look at the reality of your life. Do you want to move? Do you want to stay here? Do you want to stay working out at this place? Do you want to go to this yoga studio? Do you want to change something up here? Saturn is wanting you to solidify that foundation, but whatever is best for you will be shown to you, and it will just be up to you to say yes to it and take advantage of it. It will be easier for you guys with this sextile to release any self-sabotaging pattern. It will be easier for you to make the course corrections that we need to make during Saturn, because you're ready for it, you want to do it, you can see what needs to be done, and you are in the flow. So let's pull a card for you, Capricorn, and we'll see what the cards have to say. Oh, one fell out. Let's see what it is. And your card, 2 fell out. Okay. Okay, Capricorn. So 2 cards fell out. So you get a bonus. You get a little bit of a bonus here. The first card is miracles. There's a miracle coming from you for you. It says, expect the wondrous to emerge. So this card is saying, get into that miracle mindset. Remember, 3rd house is our mindset, our thinking. Remember that you are a miracle. Remember that miracles are always on the verge of happening. Something wonderful is always around the corner for you when we're in that mindset. Show me, Spirit. Show me what is next for me. Show me the truth of who I am, that I am a miracle, that life is a miracle, that all I have to do is think in this miracle mindset kind of way, and new opportunities will open up for me. And then the second card that fell out for you was begin now. This is like, you're a miracle. Life is a miracle. Miracles are coming to you, and begin now. Take your first step. Whatever is lighting you up, whatever you're passionate about, even if it's just a tiny step, maybe it's cleaning something up. Maybe it's clearing clutter. Maybe it's clearing the clutter of your mental space, 3rd house, mindset, mental space, whatever it is. If you do not know what you're passionate about, clear something, fix something, mend something. That helps clear the space for the passion, the igniting of your soul, the soul's calling to come through. Beautiful, Capricorn. Okay, Sagittarius, beautiful Sag. You're having this transit of Saturn retrograde in Pisces in your 4th house of home, family, and childhood conditioning. Saturn in your 4th house. I remember Saturn in my 4th house. It is not always easy. You can feel especially lonely. It's the bottom of your chart. I want to say not all of you are going to feel this way, but some of you could feel isolated during this time. Part of it is you could be working really hard, or you could just be, something could be keeping you at home more, where you feel like maybe you're caring for a family member, or you're doing a lot of inner work. Saturn here can really have you working on your childhood conditioning, past life kind of thinking, kind of loops that happen in your mind, your subconscious mind. Pisces rules the subconscious mind. So just know, Sag, if you are doing that, you are creating a miracle ahead for yourself. You're creating space, you're opening up space, you're clearing away the muck, you're sweeping out the cobwebs so that you can receive your Jupiter gift in February. Those of you who have planets or points in these early degrees, 0 to 7 degrees. Sag, the Saturn and Pisces transit is making a square to your energy, which could feel like you have to work extra hard. It could feel like you don't have a lot of breathing room right now. It can be tension or pressure, but it does motivate you to take action. Squares are very motivating. They do move us forward. They do get us going, and that is the gift of a square. So let's see, for all of you, you could be making changes in your home. You could have to fix something in your home. There could be something going on with a family member that you really have to attend to. You could be caring for someone very young or someone elderly. Or you could be really working stuff through with a parent right now. You could be either internally or directly having conversations with a parent to really heal something, which is great news. You're going to look back on this transit, Sag, and say, wow, I'm glad I did that work. It really, really helped shift my life. So what do the cards have to say for you, Sag? Saturn in Pisces. Your card is, okay, it says impasse. Are you at an impasse, Sag? Do you feel like something has to give, something has to shift, and you're not sure. If so, reflect and redirect your energy. Reflect and redirect your energy. Fourth house Saturn transits are always times of reflection, always. It's a very internal place to have a Saturn transit. If you feel in this card, the squirrel sees this big wall. Now we know squirrels can climb up over the wall, and that's good news, right? Maybe that's part of the message here, is that you can redirect your energy the way, maybe there are no nuts right here with these trees, but if you climb up over the wall, maybe on the other side of the wall, there are trees with nuts. There are other places that you can receive what you need. There are other resources out there for you. There are a lot of resources in here, inside of you. But in order to receive that, we have to redirect our energy. We have to turn our focus. We have to stop looking for love in all the wrong places and look for who is supporting me. And again, like I said earlier in the video, Saturn transits often make us feel like I'm doing it all by myself. You're not by yourself, though. You're not alone. You have your spiritual guides. You have so much connection. And if you feel like I don't feel connected right now, which would be very possible for some of you, then you want to make sure you get support through guided meditation, through other modalities like hypnotherapy. I lead my clients through those kinds of practices so I can be a resource for you, but also I have a free guided meditation on my website that you can get an instant download of, and I also have a meditation playlist for you that I will link to below. So beautiful, Sag. This impasse will shift. You just have to look in a different direction and redirect your energy. Okay, Scorpio. Hello, beautiful Scorpios. Scorpio, you're having this transit of Venus retrograde in Pisces in your 5th house of true love and romance, fun and play, creativity, creative expression, coming fully alive. This is also the house where we nurture our inner child and our own, like I said, creative expression, go into our imagination, and this is also children. So what's really beautiful for you, Scorpio, is that you're getting a harmonious aspect. You're getting a trine. Pisces is trining your Scorpio energy. This means ease, flow, grace. This means you feel like you have the wind at your back and you're being moved forward. Saturn is helping you create a solid, sustainable foundation in this area of your life. So this is creative projects. This is a foundation for you as a parent, if you're a parent, or for any children that you work with, if you're a teacher and you work with kids, any of you that find yourself around children, you're getting insights very likely, or downloads or inspiration for how you can create even more of a solid structure in your life. Saturn's helping you build a structure for any of these things, or build a structure for dating. Maybe some of you are doing online dating, you're creating a profile. Saturn can help you write a great profile for your dating. Saturn helps solidify. Saturn brings something long lasting. With Saturn retrograde during this time, you're looking back. You're reviewing this period of March to June that we just had with Saturn and Pisces, and you may be going back to something that was sparked or begun during that time. You're going back to that. You're reviewing it. You're reassessing it. You're getting a redo. You're getting a second chance. In any of the areas that I just mentioned, this is also adventure. This is where we take ourselves on a soul date, as I talk about in my book, The Magic of Saying Yes. That is linked below in the description box if you want to check it out. I give you lots of good structure in that book for bringing yourself fully alive, which is what the 5th house wants you to do. It's a house of passion. It really wants you to feel passionate. And I know with Saturn here, we don't often feel that like passion, passion, passion of the 5th house, because Saturn is wanting you to take step by step by step. It's climbing the ladder. It's going slowly but surely toward your goal, toward solidifying, toward building. So it doesn't always feel so like fun and sexy and all of that as we want to feel. It can be where just because it's a trine doesn't mean we're not still doing the work. We get rewarded when we do the work in Saturn. So we still have to do the work. We still have to show up. We still have to say yes. But that always pays off with rewards. So, Scorpios, let's pull a card for you and see what the cards have to say for this transit of Saturn retrograde in your 5th house. Your card is Cleansing waters, purification activates vibrant life force. So some of you are taking a time out. Some of you are taking some sort of retreat, perhaps. Some of you are doing purifying kinds of activities. You are cleansing your mind. You are cleansing your physical body. You are a water sign. Being in water is very good to you. Spend as much time near water as you possibly can. Long moments of, with Pisces energy, we often need moments of rest, rejuvenation, purifying, whatever that is for you, whatever comes up for you when I say it's time to purify. This could be for some of you clutter clearing. It could be clearing out your system. It could be doing some sort of a detox or some sort of cleanse. But whatever it is, it's activating your life force. And of course, we need our life force to be extra strong when we are creating new things. Fifth house of creativity. When we're working with children. When we're dating, we need our full, vibrant life force in order to really enjoy those activities. So whatever is purifying for you, beautiful Scorpio, do it. And it's going to help you to enjoy your fifth house activities even more. Okay, Libras. Hello, beautiful Libras. Libras, you are ending any self-sabotaging behaviors, clearing out, reflecting, reviewing in the areas of the sixth house, which is daily structure, daily activities, what you put into your body, how you nourish yourself, how you move your body. It's also your daily work. So with Saturn in our sixth house, we often work really, really hard, like harder than we want to be working. It often feels like there's no time for anything fun. What happened to my fun? What happened to my social life? Leave me a comment and let me know if you resonate with that, if that's what's going on for you. The good news is whatever you're doing that feels like I'm spending a lot of time on this one thing, whether it's work or, you know, for some of you could be weightlifting, you could be doing a new conditioning program. Some of you could be doing a new meditation program. But wherever it is with Saturn here, Saturn's trying to get you to shore up your foundation in daily life. Whatever that is for you, whatever area that is for you, will be different for all of you, depending on where your focus is. Saturn is helping you focus here, Libra. That's a really good thing. But you could feel like it's like too much laser focus. So do, as I spoke about in the introduction, do give yourself time for some breaks, even if they're mini breaks. Retrograde, Saturn retrograde is taking you back to something that happened most likely in this area of your life from March to June. So something is getting shored up, this is wellness as well. This is your mental, emotional, physical health. This is health on all levels. Something is getting solidified. This could be a new opportunity even. This could be a solution coming. This could be something that's getting fixed, but you are reflecting. You could very well be reflecting on work and do I want to keep my work the same? Some routine, some structure of your life having to do with work, everyday life, or wellness and health, you are probably redoing, rethinking, reviewing right now. So, Libra, let us pull a card for you and see what the cards have to say. What inspiration is coming through the cards for you, beautiful Libras? For you, voyage of the heart, love flows through you and to you. There is so much beauty in this card, Libra, and I know that you are an artist. Many of you have artistic talent. Many of you are artists. You create beauty in some way, shape, or form. So when you look at this card, what do you see in all of this beauty? I see this purple, all this purple around her eyes. I feel like this may be activating your crown chakra. You may be getting new insights and downloads through your crown, meaning claircognizance, where you're just receiving new information. Remember, Pisces is it's connected to the divine realms. It's the highest octave of love, of unconditional love. You could be really working on your own self-love, your own unconditional love. To me, this is let your imagination really be nourished right now. Go back inside. Get connected to what your heart really wants. Listen to the voice of your soul, Libra, because all of that divine energy, this purple crown chakra energy, all this divine flow is flowing into you. Divine love is flowing into you and creating magic for you, allowing you to create new artistic things. And if you are a Libra who says, well, I'm not artistic like other Libras, then it's allowing you to create something. We all are creative on some level. Creativity is our birthright. Us deciding what we want to create in our life is creative in and of itself. So love flows through you and to you. And in my guided meditation, that is an instant download that I have for you. You can instantly download by subscribing for free to my inspirational updates on my website. In that meditation, I help connect you to your spirit guides to your divine love, but also to receive a gift from your spiritual guidance. And that gift, whatever you are aware of in that gift when you do the meditation, is very possibly something that can help you move forward, beautiful Libra. So if that resonates for you, the link to my website is in the description box below. You are a spirit of pure love, beautiful Libra. Let the love flow through you and to you. Okay, Virgos. Hello, beautiful Virgos. Virgo, you're having this transit of Saturn retrograde in Pisces in your 7th house. Your 7th house of committed partnerships. Saturn in the 7th house can solidify a partnership. It can take a partnership to the next level. It can really cement a commitment. So some of you could be committing to a partner, a romantic partner. Some of you could be getting married. Some of you could be committing to a business partner. Or you could feel like this is where you're really doing the work on your relationship. Wherever Saturn is where we're doing the hard work, where we will reap the rewards in the future. So you could really be working on your relationship right now. Some of you could be in couples counseling or thinking about that. This would be a perfect transit for that. Some of you could be going to therapy with a significant other. Even that could even be a family member, because this rules all partnerships where we have someone's back, they have our back. It could be a parent, adult, child, for example. You could be reviewing an agreement, spoken or unspoken. You could be renegotiating boundaries here. This is where you really want to be aware of boundaries, beautiful Virgo. Now, something that's really important for you to know is that Saturn in Pisces is making an opposition to your energy. An opposition means that something out of your control could happen that you don't like. So this could be a relationship ending, I'm sorry to say, for some of you, if that's not what you want. I know that relationship endings, even if they are the best thing for us, often are difficult. Of course they are. There's something you may be guided to accept that feels like, I just have to accept this. It's out of my control. I can't change it. I can't fix it. If this happens for you, you're being invited to surrender, beautiful Virgo. That is the hardest thing ever. I know it's hard to surrender, especially in Virgo energy, where you're used to doing things meticulously. You're detail-oriented. You want to serve other people. You want to just know which I's do I have to dot, which T's do I have to cross. Give me the pen. I'll sign on the dotted line. I'm here for, you're here for everyone else. You're so devoted. You are so devoted. However, perhaps this transit with Saturn here is trying to show you where you need to be more devoted to you, where you would be best served by serving yourself. That's very possible, Virgo. And that is going to reap rewards for the rest of your life. So just know that you are supported, you are guided, and you have many, many guides in the unseen realms, your angels, your guardian angels, your spiritual runners. There are so many energies, I want to call it, that are supportive of you that you may not be tuning into. And if a relationship is ending for you, make sure you allow yourself to get support through a coach like myself or someone else that can really be there for you if you are feeling like you're trying to do something all alone right now. There's always support available. Okay, Virgo, let's pull a card for you. Virgo, your card is answering the call, the time is now. Answering the call, the time is now. If something is ending for you, Virgo, it's because you are being called to something else. You're being redirected, reassigned to a new relationship, a new partnership, a new something that is more in alignment with your soul, that is more a match for your energy. So that is really beautiful news. If I were you and I were feeling like, what is next for me? I have no idea. I would imagine myself as the goddess or the god, whatever it is, your inner future self. Imagine your inner future self and allow your future self to show you, to walk through this portal and show you what's next for you. And I have a lot of support for you in my book, The Magic of Saying Yes, Answering Your Heart's True Calling. Support for you in answering the call and clearing away anything that's in the way, any muck or debris or cobwebs that need to be cleared away, any past stuff that needs to be cleared away, so that you can have clarity on what is calling you forward. Beautiful Virgo, the time is now. Okay, Leos, hello, beautiful Leos. Leo, you're having this transit of Saturn retrograde in Pisces in your 8th house of transformation. Saturn is transforming you. Saturn is working with you to shed a skin and become a brand new person, beautiful Leo. So I would be surprised if you're not feeling this transit. This is the house of death and rebirth. It's the house of shared resources where with other people we share money, time, and energy, but it can also be investments, things where you are getting some sort of return from a banking institution or from, wherever you have your investments. It's also taxes, loans, and debts, and our unconscious mind. It's where truths are being revealed, where we're getting a reality check in something having to do with partnerships, having to do with money, having to do with our resources. You could be getting a reality check here, or maybe some of you with Saturn here, you're just paying off a debt. That could feel really great. You could be paying off a loan. You could be paying off, you could be finally saying, I own my car free and clear, or I've paid off my mortgage. That would be amazing. And now perhaps you are getting ready to do the next thing because you've actually lightened your load by paying stuff off. Others of you could be negotiating with the IRS. Others of you could be looking into a banking issue. There's a lot of different ways this could play out, but in the big picture, whatever's happening for you, you are strengthening your solid, sustainable foundation by the work that you do, and your work will reap rewards. We do get paid off by Saturn in the long run by doing the work. It just sometimes comes later than our egos want it to come. Our egos always want immediate gratification, right? It's like, well, I did the thing yesterday. Why don't I have the reward for it today? And of course, I'm exaggerating, but oftentimes with Saturn, it just feels like it takes too long. It goes slower than our egos want it to go. So Leo, let's see what the cards have to say for you. And some of you could be saving. Some of you could be starting a savings plan here because you're finally like, I'm going to be serious. Saturn can be really serious. I'm going to seriously start building a foundation for myself in the realm of a relationship or money or both. Okay, Leos. Leo, 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 Leo. Your card is finding sanctuary. Wow, wow. Opening to your spiritual source. So I think some of you may feel the heaviness of the Saturn transit and you're like, I need a break. This is saying there are answers for you in the sanctuary of your own heart when you are connected to the divine, when you're connected to your spiritual source. Go higher. This is a castle up in the sky. Go higher. Go up to that source. Don't try to do it all alone, beautiful Leo. If you've got a lot on your shoulders, if you've like, I'm bearing the weight of the world right now, I'm so tired of feeling like I have to do it all myself. Reconnect to your spiritual source. Let the divine help you. In Pisces energy, we can heal things in our dreams. We can get inspiration in our dreams. We are often receiving divine assistance while we sleep or healing while we sleep. So allow yourself some timeouts to connect to your divine, unconditionally loving source. Beautiful Leo. Okay, Cancers. Hello, beautiful Cancer family. I have my rising in Cancer and my moon in Cancer. So Cancers, you are having this transit in the 9th house, of spirituality, higher learning, new horizons, new adventures, foreign travel, long distance travel. This is the house of expansion. This is where you are expanding. Now, what can feel really awkward here, Cancer, is that we really want to expand something in the ninth house, and yet Saturn is saying, okay, but you need to know your limitations. You need to slowly build. You need to take step by step and climb the ladder, and that can feel less than expansive sometimes. But however, you are getting a trine. You are getting a positive energy flow, wind at your back, or I should say like a little bit of a push in your boat. You're getting a little bit of a wave. A wave is moving you forward, Cancer, during this transit of Pisces, Saturn and Pisces, to your beautiful Cancer water energy. You're getting a wave pushing you forward. That is really great. Now, ninth house also rules visas, paperwork, anything to do with like becoming a citizen of another country or a resident of another country, or anything that is required of you if you are wanting to go to a foreign place. The ninth house is traditionally ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter expands us. We have a sextile from Jupiter to Saturn. We had it just when Saturn went retrograde, and we're going to have it again in February. So this Jupiter energy is really amplifying things for you in the ninth house, and that is like protection, divine protection, help from your guardian angels. So don't forget, beautiful Cancer, to call on your guardian angels for help in solidifying whatever you're solidifying in these ninth house areas. You could also be letting go, since Pisces rules endings, you could be letting go of a spiritual belief. You could be saying goodbye to a religion. You could be changing the way you're thinking. This is where you're being asked to be disciplined, to show up regularly, and to really consult your heart on whether something, someone, a situation, anything ninth house related, which is also learning, teaching, doing some sort of program, some sort of educational program. You could be having to reflect on, is this still good for me? Do I still want to do this? Do I want to finish this program? Are you graduating from this program? This is where you could feel overwhelmed at times emotionally, because it could feel fuzzy and you're not sure. But with the trine here, I think for most of you, it's just going to feel like things are working out for me. Things are coming together for me. I'm being helped. I'm being supported to build a foundation. So that's really cool. So and this is publishing too. This is publishing, and it's whatever you're publishing, whether it's online or like in a hard book form, whatever it's getting put out into the world. And a card just turned over, and that is your card, Cancer, and it is unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. This is so perfect for the ninth house. The ninth house is unknown territory. It's new territory. It's where, like when you're on a road trip and you're on the crest of a hill and you've never been here before. You're in a road trip. You're driving in a place you've never driven before, and there's that feeling, especially early in the morning. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you resonate with this. It's like it's early in the morning and the sun is coming up and you're on the crest of a hill, and you get that almost giddy feeling of like, I have no idea what's next, but I'm so excited that there's something new on the other side of that. This is what this unknown territory is. However, in Pisces energy, we can sometimes feel like that can bring anxiety, that can bring overwhelm, that can be like, I don't know what choice to make. And I should be making a decision right now. Why do I not know what to decide? That will get easier. It could be that it's time for you to just choose something and see what happens, because it's unknown territory and you don't know what's coming. And you can consult your guidance. You can do like automatic writing. That's what I often do when I don't know. I write to spirit, which I show you how to do in my book, The Magic of Saying Yes, which is linked below if you'd like to check that out. But there's this owl here in the card, and there's also a bird, and I feel like this card is saying consult your ethereal guidance, consult the animals, your totem animals, or your spiritual source for answers. The answers are there. They just may come in a different form. It's not going to come logically. It's going to often come by us being in different surroundings, ninth house, us seeing new scenery. That's where we get that elevation. That's where we get that feeling of expansion. But know that you are exactly where you need to be, Cancer. There's no other place you need to be. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not asleep, you're not messing up, but stay in connection with your higher guidance and all will be well. Okay, Geminis. Hello, beautiful Geminis. I have my natal sun in Gemini. So Geminis, you're having this transit of Saturn retrograde in Pisces in your 10th house of career. Career, life purpose, meaning, fulfillment, how you want to spend your time. This is also retirement or semi-retirement for some of you who are looking in that direction, but this is the house of vocation. This is where we live our passion, and we can live our passion without getting paid for it if we do something else that we would prefer to get paid from. Or you could be thinking like, I want to get paid for my passion, or I want to take my business, if you have a business, to the next level. I want to take whatever I'm doing that's passionate for me, that gives me meaning and fulfillment. I want to take it to the next level. I want to create a foundation for it. I want to have a solid foundation underneath me. I want to build something that's going to bring me the freedom of living my passion. All of these things could be coming up for you right now. You are getting a square from this Saturn retrograde in Pisces. You are most likely reviewing, reflecting, reassessing where you want to go, what you want to do in career, or you are working very, very hard right now on your work. I know I'm experiencing that with my son. It's like, oh my gosh, day and night. Yes, this is my passion. I love it. I love it so much. Sometimes I'm just like, to be quite honest, I'm like, I am so proud of myself for saying yes to this. Because it felt like a long road. You know, oftentimes we study astrology for 20 years before we say I am a professional astrologer, and that was definitely the case for me. However, this is not forever. If you are working really, really hard, give yourself small breaks. Like last night I went out to dinner. Let yourself do some things that you need to do to feel better. We do need balance. The positive, the beauty of a square is that it gives us motivation. It gives us the drive to do the thing that is helping us build that foundation. It gives us the motivation and the spark. We just have to make sure that we are replenishing our energy, that we're not. And often, you know, when you're doing your passion, you are getting replenished by, like, I get replenished in my energy by working with clients. But we still need balance. We still need to do some other things. We still need to go put our feet in the sand, or, you know, jump in the water, or, you know, hang out with a friend every now and then. Like, we still need to have other areas of our life that nourish us. We still need that nourishment as well. Balance. Okay. So, beautiful Gemini. I've been shuffling the cards, and let's see what the cards have to say for you. What is your guidance from the cards? Geminis. Gemini, beautiful Gemini. So cool, so cool, so cool. Gemini, you're the mystic healer. You're the mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you. I feel like this is, number one, saying good job on whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, whether it is healing work out into the world where everybody can say, yeah, that work you do is healing, or it's just you being that, your beingness brings that to others in whatever work you do. You could be an undercover mystic healer. You could be doing a very conventional corporate kind of job and just know that you are having a healing effect on others. Whatever it is, this is an acknowledgement to you for that. I also feel that it is a reminder to let divine love, healing energy flow through you, to tap into that source and let it move through you to replenish your own energy. And the message, healing energy flows through you, I think is saying, like, make sure that you are, if you're working especially hard, for example, make sure that you are regularly infusing your energy with that divine love. Very, very important to keep your own energy levels high. This is a self-mastery kind of transit. When you've got Saturn in your 10th house of career at the top of your chart, this is visibility. This is where we want respect. It's where we want acknowledgement. That's Saturn energy. And at the same time, Pisces, you know, sometimes it can bring out of the woodwork, like people who are more on the dark side, I'm going to say it, like people who are super critical of you, people who, they really get to your sensitivity. That's very possible that that could be happening as well. You're going to be like, did you really just say that? That can be really, really hard for those of us who are super sensitive. I know sometimes I get comments and I'm like, did you really just say that? the vast majority of my comments are from sweet, loving people, and I absolutely am, and I'm so grateful for that. But what I'm trying to say, beautiful Gemini, is that you are very sensitive and you are extra sensitive during this time, and that your soul, especially during this time, wants that validation, that encouragement, that recognition, because you worked hard for whatever whatever happening in that 10th house of career. You worked hard for that. And if you're not getting that recognition from others, tune into that spiritual source and receive that divine love and fill your cup up again with that, beautiful Gemini, because you deserved the very best and you are a spirit of pure love. Okay, Taurus. Hello, beautiful Taurians. Taurus. Saturn is retrograde in Pisces in your 11th house. Your 11th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams, long-term gains, friendships, communities, causes. This is where the humanitarian in you comes out. This is where you are on social media. You're doing branding. You're doing marketing. This is where you're connecting with other people. It's online networking, meetup groups. It's you flourishing in the outer world with whatever is important to you. This is also a relationship house. It's across the way from your 5th house of true love and romance. So this is often where we meet someone at a party, where we meet somebody at a gathering, and something, you know, we strike up a friendship or a love relationship. So it's that as well. This is that house, the World card in the tarot. This is that house where we want our true heart's desires to come to fruition. Saturn here, with Saturn here for you, beautiful Taurus, you're being tasked, a Saturn word, you're being tasked to go about the work that needs doing in any of these realms, to do the branding, to come up with whatever you want your image to be to the world, and to put that to form. You are receiving a sextile, which is really beautiful, lovely, positive energy flow. This is a new opportunity in friendships, or brought to you by a friendship or a significant other. This is a creative solution. Something is solved. This is you getting lots of support, Taurus, lots of support from friendships or your community or any kind of like dream team that you have for your business, like your board of directors. This is you getting a lot of solid support to build something long lasting for you. This is where we get that. Now, maybe it doesn't always feel like very like rainbow butterfly, you know, mushy kind of support, but it's long lasting, stable. Like, I have your back kind of support. I will not let you down. I will be there for you kind of support. So that is really, really great for wanting security, wanting to feel secure. Very warm in here. Okay, so Taurus, let's pull a card for you now. What do the cards have to say for your 11th house transit, Saturn retrograde? And because it's a retrograde, you are clearing stuff out. You're reassessing, you're reviewing, you're deciding whatever happened between March and June in this realm of life and with your foundation. You are looking at, what do I need to tweak? What do I need to fine tune? Maybe you're rewriting something. Maybe you are changing a board member or changing a friendship, changing something. Maybe someone that was supportive to you has left your life and you're looking for how you can fill that void, how you can replace whatever it is you need in terms of support. Could be any of those things. Or maybe you're changing an investment. This is long-term gains as well. Or you're changing how, in some way, how you sort of make money on the side. It could be a lot of different things. Okay, so your card, Taurus. Taurus, your card is, ooh, clear the air. I love this. Okay, distant thunder, clear the air. This house, the 11th house, is traditionally ruled by Uranus. Uranus rules electrical storms, thunder, disruption. Uranus wakes us up. Uranus is the great awakener. Now, I know Uranus has been in your sign for some time. Uranus is still in your sign. You're probably really tired of Uranus in your sign. It has probably caused disruption in your life, Taurus. I want to acknowledge that. However, this saying distant thunder, clear the air, I feel like is saying for some of you, that's in the distance, that's gone, that has already happened for you. Others of you who haven't had Uranus's activation of your Taurus ascendant yet, or a Taurus sun or Taurus moon, maybe that hasn't been touched yet by Uranus. If that is true, then maybe it's saying something in the distance is coming into your life to wake you up, to liberate you, to free you. Uranus always frees us. It's about freedom. So even if it's temporarily discombobulating, it's what we need in order to course correct. It's there for us. The planets are always working for us. Clear the air, have a conversation. I feel like this is about having a conversation. This could be clearing your inner air, or this could be you having a conversation with an important significant other or a friendship in your life so that you can clear whatever is in the way, whatever feels stuck, if something feels stuck for you. But Taurus, this is a sextile for you. And so because it's a sextile, this is new solutions and new opportunities. When I look at this card, I see this damsel, so to speak, or we could call her an empowered goddess. I see her like shouting out to the heavens. This reminds me of Goddess Kali. Goddess Kali is a fierce goddess where we speak our truth, where we say what we need, where we're very vocal and we release any energy, any anger, any stuck energy in order to move things forward. So maybe, just maybe for some of you, it's time for you to shout to the heavens, this is what I want. Nothing else will do. This is what I deserve. And then that will help bring it to you, beautiful Taurus. Sextiles, creative solutions coming in, problem solve, or in a new opportunity. Clear the air and that opportunity will be yours. Okay, Aries. Hello, beautiful Aries. Aries, you're having this transit in your 12th house. Saturn is retrograding in Pisces in your house of retreat, rejuvenation, connecting to your subconscious mind, clearing your subconscious mind, clearing away any self-sabotaging patterns of perfectionism, procrastination, not giving yourself enough credit, not feeling deserving. Any place where you have a storyline, perhaps an internal storyline that you are not enough in some way, shape, or form. Saturn here is saying, do the work to clear that out. Reprogram your mind. We can reprogram our mind with guided meditations. There are a lot of meditations on YouTube. I have a whole playlist for you, which I'll link below. And also there are a lot of meditations and videos on YouTube where you can listen and have your mind be reprogrammed to affirmations while you sleep. So that's another way to reprogram your mind. I love this transit because Pisces rules the 12th house. It rules the 12th house. Pisces is that inner mystic, that divine. It's where you're in the ethereal realms, where we often feel more comfortable, many of us, in that ethereal world, in that 12th house world. So in a way, this gives you permission to be in that world, to do that inner work, to do the meditation, to go on the retreats, to do the yoga week away, to do whatever it is that makes you feel more in flow with your spirit. This is like reconnecting with your spirit transit, and you have full permission to spend as much time as you need to do that work, which is really beautiful. Aries, this is also places that we go for healing, like ashrams, like retreats. For some of us, this could be going to a hospital, hopefully not for you, but for some of us, it also rules hospitals where we are going someplace to recuperate. Whatever it is, it's about healing on all levels for you. And for many of you, you are going to release something with this 12th house transit. You are going to release something that perhaps has held you back for many, many years, if not a lifetime or entire lifetime. So this is incredibly freeing for you. You just have to show up and do the work, which I know is easier said than done. Spend time in water, Aries. Spend time in water, spend time in nature, spend time journaling, spend time doing automatic writing. This would be great for hypnotherapy. Any of those things that help you dive deeper into your soul, that help you to pull up the treasure that is within you that will allow you to go forward and seize the day of your next new beginning. Remember, Aries, that Saturn's going to move into your sign next. Saturn's going to move into your sign, and that's going to be your first house where you really are coming out with something new, and you're building a solid, sustainable foundation underneath you for that something else. So this transit is about clearing out stuff on the inside so that when Saturn comes into Aries, you can then begin building your next life chapter. So Aries, let's pull a card for you now. What do the cards want to say to you, Aries, for this process of Saturn in your 12th? Aries, your card is the wandering path, enjoy the journey. The wandering path, enjoy the journey. You could feel like there's no map. You could feel like, where is my compass? You could feel temporarily lost. You are currently a wanderer. You have full permission to wander. You have full permission to get lost when it comes to, what do I want next? What am I creating next? The 12th house, a Saturn transit, is not about creating something in the outer world. It's about creating in the inner world. This is where you are coming up with a vision for your life. You could be doing vision boards. You could be working with a coach. You could be doing some shamanic work. You could be doing anything that is helping to prepare you to know what is next in your soul's blueprint. And this is a perfect time for an astrology consultation for you, Aries. If you haven't gotten one recently, I highly encourage you, if you like my vibe, I highly encourage you to go to my website and check out the testimonials from my clients, because this is a really beautiful time to get an astrology consultation when you're doing this work, when you're trying to figure out, what is my passion? What's next for me? Where do I want to go next? I feel lost. I feel like I'm wandering. But when I look at this card, I see this fox, and foxes are very wise, right? They know how to find what they need. They know how to be resourceful. Saturn in the 12th house, very resourceful. You will have your needs met. You will be able to find what you need. Just don't resist what's going on. What resists persists. Resist the fact that this is a time of surrender for you. This is time for you to be in the flow. This is time for you to be guided by your divine source, not by your logical mind, not by your intellect. The universe has your back. Full permission to wander, to explore, and to let your divine guidance show you the way. Beautiful Aries. My beautiful friend, this has been a general reading. If you would like a personal astrology consultation based on your unique natal chart, your natal planets and points, and how the current transits, including the Saturn transit, but also the Pluto transit that we're having, all of the outer planets and the aspects that they're making to your planets and points. If you would like to know what is next for you, if you're going through something difficult and you want to know how can you best work with that energy, and when is that transit going to end, what new transits are coming up for you, what do you have to look forward to? It is always my passion, my joy, my dedication to empower you through the astrology. You can do a natal chart reading, a heart's desire reading for something that's near and dear to your heart, and you want to know, what are the planets looking like for me bringing this heart's desire into my life, or a life purpose reading. If you're thinking about life purpose, why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing with my one wild and precious life, as Mary Oliver says it? Whatever is up for you. So I invite you to go to my website, check out my testimonials, see what other clients have taken away from their consultations, and you will have a sense of whether you feel called to work with me. Thank you for your likes of this video. Thank you for your comments. I absolutely love your comments. I love engaging with you. Thank you for your subscribes. When you like and comment and subscribe to my channel, you send the message to the algorithm that then puts my video out to more people and really helps me grow my channel. And I am so grateful to you for your support. Remember to tap the bell to get notifications, to be reminded of when I upload my next video. And thank you so much to my beautiful Sunday chat friends for joining me. As promised, I have a free gift for you. If you would like a soothing meditation that will connect you to your unconditionally loving spiritual guidance, all you have to do is go to my website, subscribe to my inspirational updates, and you will receive a free instant download. And also, you'll be the first to receive my inspirational updates in your inbox when they come out weekly. I've so enjoyed spending this time with you, my friend, and until my next video, I am sending you all my love.